Hello everyone, welcome to our deep dive into the season that brings us together, no matter where we live. As the leaves start to turn brilliant shades of gold and red and the mornings grow crisp and cool, winter is on everyone's mind. The changing seasons remind us that nature is always in motion, and soon we'll be trading autumn jackets for thick scarves and gloves. Will we need snow boots and heavy coats, or will it be a milder, rainier season? That curiosity about what's coming next connects us all, from city dwellers to those in the countryside. We all want to be ready for whatever winter has in store. From families hoping for magical snow days and children dreaming of building snowmen, to commuters dreading slippery roads and icy sidewalks, the winter forecast shapes our daily plans, our moods, and even our traditions. This year, the buzz is even bigger than usual. La Niña is making headlines and sparking conversations everywhere. La Niña is a powerful climate phenomenon in the Pacific Ocean that can send ripples across the globe, influencing weather patterns far beyond its origin, including right here in Europe. The big question on everyone's mind: will La Niña bring blizzards and deep freezes, or will it surprise us with something completely unexpected? Could we see record snowfalls, or will some regions experience milder, wetter conditions? We're here to break down what the atmosphere is telling us, using the latest science and expert forecasts to help you understand what's coming. So grab a warm drink, settle in, and let's explore together what winter 2025 to 2026 could look like for you and your loved ones. We'll simplify the science behind the forecasts, review the top predictions from leading meteorologists, and travel region by region across Europe to see what each area might expect. Plus, we'll share practical tips and smart strategies to help you prepare for whatever comes your way, whether it's snow, ice, or unexpected winter storms. Whether you're dreaming of a white Christmas, planning festive gatherings, or just want to avoid travel chaos and delays, we've got you covered with the information you need. Let's dive into the clues, the forecasts, and the real-life impacts that winter weather can bring to our communities, our routines, and our celebrations. Winter is coming, and it's time to get ready, mentally, physically, and emotionally, for the season ahead. Stay tuned as we unpack what La Niña could mean for you, your family, and your region. Let's get started and make sure you're prepared for whatever winter brings. To predict the upcoming winter season, we turn to the experts who dedicate their lives to understanding the complexities of weather patterns. They rely heavily on sophisticated data and advanced models to make their predictions. The ECMWF's early outlook hints at a season of contrasts, starting with colder, snowier conditions in northern and eastern Europe, potentially shifting to milder weather as the season progresses. Forecasters at Severe Weather Europe and MKW Weather are keeping a close eye on La Niña, a significant climate phenomenon. They predict that a strong Atlantic high-pressure block, known as a negative NAO, could send frigid Arctic air deep into Europe, resulting in cold spells and heavy snow, particularly in central and western regions. Skiers, take note, on the snow anticipates above-average snowfall in the northern and western Alps, especially in France, Switzerland, and Austria, promising excellent conditions for winter sports enthusiasts. This could provide a much-needed boost for ski resorts after several challenging seasons with less snow. The consensus among experts? A classic winter is attempting to make a comeback, moving away from the milder winters we've experienced in recent years. La Niña is the key driver, favoring colder, snowier conditions, though the exact timing and location of these events remain uncertain. Expect a dynamic season, a tug-of-war between Arctic cold and Atlantic mildness, with weather patterns shifting unpredictably. Surprises are likely, so flexibility in travel and daily plans is essential to navigate the changing conditions. The experts agree this winter could be one to remember, with its potential for dramatic weather events. Stay alert for updates as the season unfolds, and be prepared for whatever winter has in store. What exactly is La Niña? Picture the Pacific Ocean near the equator. During La Niña, strong winds push warm water west, letting cold water rise near South America. This patch of cool water disrupts global weather patterns, like tossing a rock into a pond and watching the ripples spread. Even though it starts far away, La Niña's effects reach Europe. It often builds high pressure near Greenland and the North Atlantic, blocking the usual mild, wet Atlantic air. That opens the door for cold, dry Arctic and Siberian air to sweep south. Meteorologists call this a northerly or easterly flow. When La Niña is in play, forecasters watch for colder, snowier European winters. If the blocking pattern sets up, expect a real taste of winter. La Niña is a major clue for what's ahead. This year, it could be the game changer. Let's decode some key weather terms: AO, NAO, and the polar vortex. These might sound technical, but they're the hidden forces shaping Europe's winter, influencing everything from gentle drizzles to record-breaking snowstorms. The Arctic Oscillation, or AO, measures the difference in air pressure between the Arctic and the mid-latitudes. This invisible tug-of-war in the atmosphere has a huge impact on where cold air travels. When the AO is positive, it acts like a sturdy wall, keeping frigid Arctic air locked up far to the north. That means Europe enjoys milder, less snowy winters, with cities like London and Paris seeing more rain than snow. But when the AO turns negative, that barrier weakens. Suddenly, icy Arctic air can spill southward, bringing sharp cold snaps and heavy snow to places that usually escape the worst of winter. The North Atlantic Oscillation, or NAO, is even more crucial for Europe's weather. It's like a dial that controls the strength and direction of Atlantic winds. A positive NAO means strong westerly winds sweep across the continent, bringing mild temperatures and plenty of wet, stormy weather, especially to Western Europe. But when the NAO is negative, those winds weaken. This opens the door for cold air from the north and east to surge in, leading to frosty, snowy conditions across much of Europe. Now let's talk about the polar vortex, a swirling mass of ultra-cold air high above the North Pole. It's like a giant spinning top that usually keeps the coldest air trapped far to the north. When the polar vortex is strong and stable, the cold stays put. But if it weakens or splits apart, frigid Arctic air can escape and plunge south, unleashing severe cold waves across Europe. Sometimes sudden stratospheric warming events disrupt the vortex, sending shock waves through the atmosphere and triggering dramatic cold plunges into Europe. This winter, with La Niña in play, the odds of a weaker polar vortex increase. That means Europe could be in for more frequent cold snaps and heavier snowfall than usual. So, be prepared for the possibility of more snow-covered streets and icy mornings, even in cities that don't often see harsh winters. These patterns, AO, NAO, and the polar vortex, are the engines behind Europe's winter weather, driving everything from gentle flurries to blizzards and icy winds. Watch for shifts in these signals. Meteorologists track them closely because they can quickly change the outlook for the entire season. The interplay between these powerful forces could make this winter especially volatile, with rapid swings between mild spells and intense cold. Understanding these terms helps you read the forecast like a pro, so you can stay one step ahead of whatever winter brings. Stay tuned to see how these atmospheric forces will shape Europe's winter in the weeks ahead. Let's zoom in on Western Europe, UK, Ireland, France, and the Benelux. Usually the Atlantic brings mild, damp winters, but this year could be different. Early winter may see a negative NAO, cutting off mild air and letting cold winds from the north and east take over. Expect more frosts, icy mornings, and a higher chance of snow, even in places like southern England and western France. The pattern will likely flip back and forth, cold spells followed by brief mild breaks. As February and March arrive, the Atlantic could push back, bringing milder, wetter, and windier weather. Winter storms may return, especially to coastal areas. Western Europe should prepare for a season of contrasts. Don't pack away the winter coat too soon. Flexibility is key. This winter could deliver everything from crisp, snowy days to wild, rainy storms. La Niña and a negative NAO point to a colder start, but the Atlantic's influence will be felt before winter ends. Stay ready for surprises. This winter will keep everyone guessing. Now, up north to Scandinavia, Norway, Sweden, Finland, and Denmark. This winter could be one for the record books. With Arctic and Siberian air flowing south, expect consistently below-average temperatures and deep snow. Ski resorts and cross-country trails will thrive, but cities like Oslo, Stockholm, and Helsinki should brace for repeated snow and travel disruptions. The Baltic Sea may freeze earlier and more extensively, impacting shipping and local weather. Denmark and southern Sweden will be colder than normal with occasional snow-rain mixes. Prepare for a classic harsh winter, insulate homes, ready winter tires, and keep warm clothes handy. Scandinavia will be the epicenter of the cold. It's time to embrace the deep freeze. Central and Eastern Europe, Germany, Poland, Czech Republic, Austria, Hungary, will be a winter battleground. Cold, dry air from the north and east will clash with milder, moist air from the Atlantic and Mediterranean. Early winter favors cold and snow, especially in Poland, the Czech Republic, and eastern Germany. The Alps are set for major snowstorms, making it a stellar season for ski resorts. Expect back-and-forth patterns, cold snaps, heavy snow, then brief mild spells with rain or freezing rain. North Germany will be colder, the south near the Alps could see heavy snow. Be ready for significant winter events and shifting rain-snow boundaries. This region will see some of the most dynamic and challenging weather in Europe. Southern Europe, Spain, Portugal, Italy, Greece, won't escape winter's reach. A wavy jet stream will steer storms into the Mediterranean, making for a stormier, wetter, and cooler winter than usual. Spain and Portugal could see much-needed rain, but also risks of flooding and strong winds. Mountain regions like the Pyrenees and Sierra Nevada may get significant snow. Italy and the Balkans will face powerful storms, heavy coastal rain, and mountain snow. Landslides and flooding are possible in vulnerable areas. The theme is not deep cold, but active, unsettled weather. Prepare for wet, windy conditions and keep an eye on local warnings. With a dynamic winter ahead, preparation is key. Check your home's insulation and seal drafts to save on heating. Service your heating system before the first cold snap. Stock up on non-perishable food, water, and winter clothing. Prepare an emergency kit with flashlights, batteries, and a phone charger. For drivers, install winter tires, check antifreeze, and keep a car emergency kit. If traveling, monitor weather forecasts for delays. A challenging winter can also be beautiful. Embrace the season's opportunities. Stay informed, stay safe, and enjoy what winter 2025 to 2026 brings. Ready or not, winter is coming. Let's make the most of it.